So today I'm going to demo the changes that we made to the broker that allows admins to specify secrets that will be loaded into APBs, and the parameters within the secrets will be masked from the catalog, so they don't show up in the UI and they don't show up in logs or anything. These changes were prompted by our work on Amazon APBs, where the APBs had a bunch of variables that either didn't make sense to expose to the user, or that the user wouldn't feel comfortable typing into the fields in plain text and having them sent all around. Having all those fields like VPC ID and the AWS credentials present in the UI increased the risk of like subtle mistakes and confusion from the user. Some of them had like an absurdly huge number of parameters that were showing up, most of which were just like cluster level configuration. And there were also some security worries with regards to if they punch in their AWS access keys there, it would show up in plain text in like the command string for the APB pod, and it'd show up in logs and things like that as well. So I'm just going to quickly demo our solution to that. So if we go here to the Postgres APB, we'll see that it has two plans, a development plan and a production plan. And we'll see that in the development plan we have just a couple parameters like database name, password, user, and version on 495. And if we go back and look at production, you'll see we have just the same set of parameters. So if we go to my terminal and we look at this file that I have here, just the secret.yaml. It's just a simple YAML file of key value pairs. So I want to set the user to my name, the password to a very secure password, and the version 9.5. So I wrote this little script to sort of help with the process. It's pretty simple. It's basically just a wrapper around a few OC commands, but it helps to sort of not make mistakes when you're doing like a demo or something like that. So you see we have the command, and at the end that @secret.yaml means it'll just parse the file that I just showed you. So if I run it, we can see it does a bunch of stuff. It'll create a secret. That secret is here, the test secret, and we'll see it contains a couple base64 encoded things that those correspond to the file that I showed you a second ago. The other thing that it did is it updated the broker's config map. So if we look here, we've got a config map and data broker config, and then it added this new section here called secrets, and it added a rule here that will associate the RHSCL PostgreSQL APB with the test secret that we just created. So now I'll just tell the catalog to refresh its list of APBs, and now if we go back here and we refresh, and then we scroll back down to the PostgreSQL APB, we'll see it still has two plans, development and production, but when we go here, the password, the version, and the user are all gone, and we can see that the same is true in the production plan. So now all the user needs to provide is the name of the database and project. So let's make a new project called test, and we'll just deploy it, and let's go ahead and create a secret so that we can double check that our credentials were valid. So now we can just wait for the service to deploy, and it'll deploy basically exactly as a regular APB would. It'll go to a transient namespace, and it'll run the APB, and the namespace will be cleaned up afterwards. And we can see it ran pretty quickly, and we have this secret with the credentials that we created. And if we reveal that secret, we'll see that the user is super secure, the version it's not in here, and then the password is super secure. So yeah, thank you.